from Group 5 Computer Science, standing here now to do a presentation about CPU and all the components inside it. But before that, let us introduce our members.
So, I'm Salmandika, Fatan, Nasuha.
I am Fajar.
I am Sari, Kadek, Ninda, Putri, Kepakisan.
I'm Sari, Syah, Putri, Imam.
I am Shafira, Mutia, Devi.
And now the first slide will be presented by Sari.
So now I'll tell you about what CPU is. So CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. The CPU is the primary component of a computer that processes instructions. It runs the operating system and applications constantly, retrieving input from the user or active software programs. It processes the data and produces output which may be stored by an application or displayed on the screen. And here is the example of the CPU. So in the next slide, I'll tell you about the components inside a CPU. The first one is CU, and then MDR, ALU, and MAR. And the next slide will be presented by Salmandika.
So, I'm here going to explain about control unit or CU. That the control unit is a component of component central processing unit that directs the operation of the processor. It tells the computer's memory, arithmetic logics, unit, and input-output device how to respond to the instructions that have been sent to the processor. The function of CU is to retrieve instructions to be processed. The second one is to interpret instructions which are then converted into control signals. Then third, send and save the result of the execution of instruction into RAM to be accessed by the users. And fourth, it handles the loading of new commands into the CPU and the decoding of these commands. Also, it directs the data flow and the operation of the ALU. And the next slide will be presented by Ninda.
So, hi everyone, now I'm going to talk about Arithmetic Logic Unit, or as known as ALU. So, the computer can carry out a mathematical process or arithmetical or logical operation in binary numbers by an arithmetical logic unit, or as known as ALU. The simplest way to use an arithmetical unit is to perform binary addition or subtraction with two inputs, which are A and B, to produce a result. These are three functions of ALU. The first one is to perform arithmetical and logical operations. The second one is to perform various calculations and comparisons using various logic gates. And the third one, the ALU, performs simple addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and logic operations and calculations. The next slide will be presented by Fajar.
Okay, so in this slide we're going to talk about what is MAR is. So MAR stands for Memory Address Register. That is a CPU register used an interface between CPU and the main memory. MAR serves as an address pointer that stores the data address of the main memory that will be accessed where the data will be retrieved to the CPU, but that will be retrieved or read, and that will be placed or stored or written. So there are three functions of MAR. The first one is MAR, serves as an address pointer that stores in the data address of the main memory that will be accessed where the data will be retrieved to the CPU. Both of that will be retrieved or read, and that will be placed, stored or written. The second one is MARK-STORE. MARK-STORE function contains the RAM address of the instruction to the CPU once next. And the last one is locate and store or accommodate the data address as well as instruction in the main memory. And the last explanation is about MDR that will be presented by Syah.
Okay, so now I will present about MDR, that stands for Memory Data Register. Memory Data Register are also called Memory Buffer Register, MDR, is a register used for holding info, either program or data words, that is in the process of being transferred from the memory to the central processor or vice versa. It acts like a buffer and holds anything that will be copied from memory, ready to be used by the processor. The three functions of MDR are, number one, holding info, either program or data words, that is in the process of being transferred from the memory to the central processor or vice versa. Number two, stores the data being transferred to and from the immediate access storage. Number three, to register store information that is being sent to or received from the memory.
So basically that's all from our presentation. I hope we can all enjoy it and learn something new from it. Thank you for your attention.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Goodbye.